So let me get this right. There's a thing called writeaprisoner.com, and women is getting engaged to men after writing to prisoners. They start dating them and everything. But y'all still want to get on planes and go find people overseas. Apparently, there's something wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand.
You know what, sir? I'm back because I was impressed by Passport Bros, but I'm definitely still thinking about this comment because doesn't me saying that I know the Passport Bros don't want me mean that I understand that I don't fit the qualifications of the women that they are typically attracted to? Where did I say that that was a problem? If you like women from different countries, different cultures, when did I say that that was a problem? So how am I pressed? You're pressed over the assumption of what you think that I'm thinking when you don't know what I'm thinking at all because you don't know me to be thinking about what I'm thinking.
She's so not pressed, but she's making a video about not being pressed. I really don't get it.
Why are you so offended? And yeah, I'm saying this because I'm bored. Why are you so offended? You just hop on my comment. Why do you get so pressed over Passport Bros? I barely even know what a Passport Bro is, bruh.
They don't know nothing about the Passport Bros, but they're constantly talking about these Passport Bros. It's just weird to me that they never seem to know anything about it or know much, and they always admit that. But they constantly making videos about it.
I barely even know what it is. You know why? Because the military men that I like black women. They love American women. So when I meet a man who is interested in flavors that exceed the ones that I can supply him with, a culture that I cannot help him access, he happens to go across the ocean and fall in love with some woman from a different territory, place, and time, might even be working off a different calendar, time traveling back in time for his love, only to return back to the United States to be in 2023 and deal with this nonsense that I gotta deal with. When simply making a statement, it insulted nobody. Why are you offended? Under pressure. That's the only pressed I am. Press. Pressure. Because of you. Under pressure. And I'm not. You the one under pressure. Now that I've spent my minutes furthering my TikTok career talking smack to strangers on the internet who came for me first, is there anything else I can do for you, sir? Or would you like to apologize for the assumptions you thought I made about some things that I never even said? And either way, you're welcome.
It's always these young Whoopi Goldberg looking chicks always got to be responding. Man, this is weird. Guys, I'm glad to see that she was able to release this pressure because for something that don't seem to be bothering her, it looked like it was bothering her.
Now that I know I'm not alone, can we talk how they're all from the military? Most of these people are military. Y'all just catfishing brothers who out here trying to serve their country.
So let me get this right. There's a thing called writeaprisoner.com, and women is getting engaged to men after writing to prisoners. They start dating them and everything. But y'all still want to get on planes and go find people overseas. Apparently, there's something wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm not understanding that. Like, black women are actually finding people who are just in prison and just starting to write to them and date them and then get married to them. There's something that's not adding up and it's not computing. I don't know.
Like I've said before in all these videos, a lot of these women are really just upset because these men they're taking their money and their resources, they're giving their attention, their time, their currency. That's what's bothering a lot of the modern black women today.
There's not, to my knowledge, a show about Passport Bros. I really, genuinely don't know much about this except for what I learned because of some statements. That wasn't even about that. Anyways, There's a show called 90 Day Fiance, and they met the love of their life in a different country. And so it's about, there's a term for it, I can't recall right now, but they're marrying someone from another country, and they have 90 days to get married in each respective country, whether that be the United States or wherever they're from. Just for clarity.
And that's how you can really pinpoint that she's a troubled woman. Troubled women always come with things men know about: shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. She ain't pressed. She's definitely pressed.
Okay. So I just scrolled by a video of an Asian woman talking about passport bros, and she was basically just saying that her experience with dating black men has always just turned her off constantly about dating black men. And honestly, I can relate, because being African, I can understand the amount of times when dating an American man has been like, oh yeah, I like my women foreign, you know, da 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 da. But we're not gonna talk about the fact that this movement is really just rooted in men's insecurity and wanting to literally have control over women. Therefore, they're moving to third world countries to find vulnerable, weak women that do not have anything yet, like, or that have not really experienced life truly. Because a lot of these third world countries, a lot of women, especially if they're going to like Asia or India or Saudi Arabia or whatever, wherever they're going, a lot of those women don't have the resources to have proper education to begin with, you know. Granted, I also don't think that these men are also doing the research that they need to do before they go to these countries, and then they don't know, like...
She do got a point there. I think men should be aware of the rules and the regulations in most of these countries. Only thing I noticed in Thailand was some foreigners sitting smoking cigarettes by a praying shrine. So that's one of the biggest issues I saw, just little stuff like that. But yeah, guys are definitely checking the do's and don't list before they're going over
Different countries have different traditions when it comes to marriage. Even if, I want a traditional woman, their father might not think you're a traditional man. And yeah, especially if you're trying to marry an African. I don't know if Asian people or Indian people have dowry, but if you can't even afford to marry me, what makes you think, like, huh? And especially with like African, like I've seen a couple of them saying they're going to Africa, so that's why I'm even focusing on the African one.
See, that is a lie right there. A lot of men are not going to Africa looking for wives, and especially going over there talking about paying the whole village, dowries and stuff like that. That's something that's not very common in parts of Africa, and definitely American men going there looking for wives. I think she got some bad information.
Even with the ones that are saying that they want to go to Africa, a lot of African cultures, that woman's entire male family has to agree to you marrying them. And funny enough, African men might be shit, but when it comes to their daughters, they don't play. They don't play with their daughters. And they definitely would not see an American man as ever being fit enough to marry their daughters. And I'll be honest with that. Like, I'll be honest with that. Especially not the American men that are on this movement right now. So, y'all just, take heed. All I'll say is good luck on your journey. Just don't these women's lives. Plain and